Welcome to today's Explainer. You guys have been working so incredibly hard all week revising and editing, and we finally reached the absolute summit of the writing process, publishing your final portfolio entry. And listen, this isn't just about handing in another piece of homework. It's about really showcasing your growth as a writer. So grab your notes, get comfortable, and let's get started on bringing your words to life. So why keep your best work hidden? I know exactly what you might be thinking right now. It is completely natural for an eighth grader to feel a little nervous about having peers, parents, or, even a teacher read their writing. When you write, you're putting a little piece of yourself onto the page, and sharing that, well, it feels vulnerable. You might be worrying, what if they don't like it? But today, we're going to see why hiding your work actually deprives the world of your totally unique voice. Section 1. Let your light shine. To put it simply, publishing is sharing your best, most polished work with others. Academically speaking, publishing isn't just handing in an assignment and walking away to go play video games. Not at all. It is a bold act of confidence. It's the moment you stand firmly behind your words and present a piece that can inspire anyone who reads it. You're basically telling your reader, hey, I have thought deeply about this and I have something really valuable to share. And this actually brings us to a powerful truth from Matthew 5:16. Let your light shine before others. Sharing your writing is a super practical way to live out this scripture. Your words, your creativity, your insights, they're gifts. When you write something that is good, true, and beautiful, you are literally shining a light in a world that desperately needs it. Section 2. Preparing your best work. As your teacher, here's what I want to see you do. Step 1. Start by choosing your absolute best, most thoroughly revised piece from earlier this week. Don't just pick the longest one, okay? Pick the one you are the most proud of. Step 2 is formatting it neatly to give it that really professional polish. And then step 3 is editing to ensure it's completely free of errors. You've already done the heavy lifting of writing the piece, so now it's time to squash typos like bugs and polish that diamond until it shines. Because a published piece is meant for an audience, it's crucial to make sure your title is perfectly centered, every single paragraph is indented, and all those spelling or grammar mistakes are gone. Now, why does this all matter? Well, because presentation is a sign of respect for your reader. Think about it. If a reader is constantly stumbling over missing commas or a really messy layout, they get distracted from your brilliant ideas. A clean paper lets your actual message take center stage. Section 3. Adding an author's note. I want you to write a short author's note to go along with your work. In this note, you're going to reflect on your growth as a writer and explain exactly why you chose this specific piece to represent your strongest work. Did you fight with your thesis statement for an entire hour before finally nailing it? Did you figure out how to use a semicolon properly for the very first time? Tell your reader. This gives whoever's reading your portfolio an awesome behind-the-scenes look at your journey. Section 4. Ways to share it. Publishing doesn't just mean a hardback book sitting in a library. Your persuasive letter might end up in the school's monthly newsletter. Your creative short story could be beautifully printed and mounted on a classroom display board just in time for Parents' Night. Or maybe your heavily researched informational essay gets posted on the class blog for other students to learn from. These are real audiences interacting with your ideas. The main thing to remember is that wherever your work is published, whether that's on a bulletin board out in the hallway or on a digital blog, it has incredible potential. You have the power to inspire, inform, and bless your readers with your unique perspective. Seriously, never underestimate the ripple effect a well-crafted piece of writing can have on someone's day. Section 5. The Godly Learner Philosophy. We really do have a choice here. Hiding your talents by acting in fear and keeping your gifts hidden versus sharing your talents by acting with humility to bless others. Just like the parable of the talents in Matthew 25, God calls us not to hide our writing gifts out of fear of what others might think. Instead, we are called to invest those talents, to publish our work with honesty, humility, and a really sincere desire to uplift the people around us. And this brings us right to the core of what we do here. At HeroesMart Academy, we intertwine biblical morality with education. Why? Well, because education without morality can actually hurt. Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7 teaches us that keeping the mind spiritually minded leads to life and peace. Think about it. Knowledge is definitely power, but without a moral compass, that power can easily be misused. Therefore, we need to use knowledge to make wise, God-honoring choices, rather than simply making ourselves more capable. So my big challenge to you is this. Aggressively pursue academic excellence in your writing. I mean, master that grammar, perfect that formatting. But at the exact same time, keep your mind firmly centered on God, truth, wisdom, and righteous choices. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought as we wrap up today's explainer. How will you use your writing to shine God's light today? As you finalize your portfolio entry this week, please don't just think about the grade. Ask yourself how your carefully chosen words can be an absolute blessing to the very next person who reads them. I really can't wait to read your final polished pieces. Go make them shine.